Hey everyone, Bob Downey here. We're going to talk about the stupid tube. If you've heard of the stupid tube, all it really is just a unique way to rig a plastic tube. So you need a very specific type of jig head. It's a jig head that's going to go up inside the tube, and the hook is an extra wide gap style hook. So some of your tube jig heads are just your standard round bend. These don't work as well for rigging a stupid tube. You need an extra wide gap hook. I typically like a 3/16, a quarter, or a 3/8 ounce head with a 3/0 or 4/0 size hook. And I'm going to show you guys how to rig it. It's a little awkward at first, but once you get used to it, it'll be no sweat. So it's going to be reversed than what you'd normally think of when you don't just shove the jig head up into the tube like you normally would. You lead with the hook point first. So I like to wet the jig head. You lead with the hook point first, go up into the tube a little more than halfway, and you're going to flip this jig head around inside that tube. So you're going to pull it up and through, and it helps if you have a pair of pliers to grab on to that hook shank, and it's going to help you turn that jig head around inside that tube. So we flipped it around, and you're going to have the head come out the top, much like you would if you're rigging your regular style jig head. And now we still have the hook point coming out the back side, and we're going to put that inside the tube much like you would a Texas rig. So line that up, the 90-degree angle there, punch it through, and you've got your eye hanging out the front. Now you got your hook point through, pull a little plastic and Texpose it, and you've got a very weedless tube set up that's going to come through rock, sand, grass. And not only that, but it has an extremely unique fall to it compared to a Texas rig tube or a tube that's rigged on a jig head. It really has a tendency to helicopter and kind of find its own way to the bottom a different way each time. It's super unique, very weedless. You don't have a Texas rig weight hanging off the front that's going to get caught in rock or grass. And it's a fish catcher. You wouldn't think this little stupid thing would catch many fish, but the stupid tube gets it done, puts a lot of fish in the boat for me, especially on river systems and dragging it in deep, clear situations. That's how you rig a stupid tube.